Welcome to the Universe Streams channel. I'm here with you. My name is Nada Anna. Thank you for your likes, comments, subscriptions, and for your help and support of this channel. I am deeply grateful to you. Today, let's see how your life will unfold next using the Oracle, and we'll reveal it with Tarot. Let's look at the significator. The first card is the Rider's House. Lenormand will show you, meaning how you are expressing yourself right now. And naturally, the way we express ourselves is what the universe returns to us. In other words, our actions and what we give to the universe always come back to us in the same way. Let's take a look. So who are you here and now? What are you giving? And what are you attracting? This is the card that came up. This is especially important in the Rider's House. When the Rider card comes up, it shows your ascendant. That is, how people see you, how you want people to see you. Yes, it gets duplicated, amplified. So not only does the Rider card show information, but it also means you communicate a lot, talk a lot. Maybe it's about means of communication or transportation, something you're doing, right? But this deck has two riders. One moves forward, the other backward. Maybe you're communicating about some things from the past, things that have already happened in your life, with people you love. You show yourself very warmly. You try. Don't rush. By the way, there are also two riders in this deck. Don't rush to make decisions, even if you're discussing some matters or short trips with unpleasant people. Maybe someone is talking about a car. When it comes to roads and riders, it's actually a postman. To deliver something, you deliver, you pass something on. But here you try not to rush, not to hurry, although the card itself is very fast. And plus, you even have a double rider. In the house of the rider came up, yes. That is, maybe the flow of information may have picked up through your phone, laptop, or some other medium. Maybe even television, people, neighbors. Often it's the neighbors, yes. Something is changing there too. And we're passing things along and exchanging information. Some short trips, perhaps, are being discussed here. What are you attracting? You are attracting the same thing. People from the past, people you used to make arrangements with. By the way, yes. You also try not to make unrealistic promises, which attracts people you used to make agreements with. With whom? Yes. That's why. Well, here the choice is still made with your heart, yes. So I can or I can't. That's why you shouldn't rush to give a 100% promise. Then people also won't rush to give 100% promises. Those kinds of unrealistic ones. Yes. Well, you also attract people from the past, because here the little horse somehow goes into the past. Maybe the card also says that the past has taught you not to rush. Let's take a look. Well, the card is very good. It just strengthens the flow of information, movement, cars. Well, some means of communication and transportation. At the same time, you look very good. You're trying at least, yes, not to rush. Nothing too rushed, even in your appearance, because this is the house of appearance, how we want to be seen. And people really do expect this, especially those who know you. 10 of Pentacles. Well, here it could be communication with relatives, or communication about finances. You want your appearance to show everyone, for example, those you love. Like your relatives, if you love them, of course. Here, again, without rushing, that you will provide some stability and care. When it comes to money, you're also not in a hurry, probably so you don't spend too much. Here, maybe it's also about the family home. Not to spend too much money, but again, yes, to make it look nice somehow. Some changes, well, then probably there aren't any major changes happening here. Well, at least that's what you're telling yourself. I'll change a little. I really don't want to change anything drastically, yeah. For example, I don't really want to change my job drastically either. I would like something similar, where I feel supported like before. You know, it's like this. It's as if the horse is going back into the past. What gave me support in the past? What kind of people gave me support? That's what these conversations are about. And with the people who gave you support, again, you also try to keep things steady with them, even if something might irritate you. Yes, you want to make sure that nothing falls apart. Let's continue. What will you get lucky with? This is the very near future. This is the House of Clover. It's called the Fast Road. Usually, well, here, something will be coming back to you. That's how you behave with love, warmly, in general. Something will be coming back to you here. The sunshine will be coming back to you. That's also very good. Well, people will also try. Well, if we're talking about people here, yes. People will also try to clarify everything, to warm you with their warmth, and also to show some care, gentleness, warmth. Well, in any case, to clarify things. So, if it's the Ten of Pentacles, those are relatives, yes. Also warm and smiling like the Sun card, yes, they will try. People. And if it's about work, you have some quick trips coming up, some quick meetings. Well, you see, it's like the Messenger card came up, right? So it's about what I send out into the world. Here, either something will become clear about the documents, or people will clarify things. Well, like gold, yes, they will try to handle it like gold. If it's about work, for example, they'll say, well, let's say we have relationships at work. There are vacations, there are bonuses, documents like that. Those are our rules, yes. In general, they also try to somehow involve you, to clarify everything. Everything. Quick trips. Well, for example, the sun itself, by the way. We have the solstice coming up soon. It will be in just a few days. You attract the energy of other people. Negativity? Look how much negativity there is. There may be some selfish people, but these selfish people will make things clear to you right away. They won't be afraid of you. Well, look, you show yourself as warm-hearted, and it's as if people don't feel any danger from you and can open up about their selfish goals and plans, especially children or men. But you'll get the information, and you're not in a hurry. You can think something over and, with love, without destroying this whole story, discuss it again. Give a response message. So look, yes, as I see it, you receive this light, well, with warmth in your heart. You think it over for yourself, whether it suits you or not. Without rushing, you just return something, yes. So you are probably like the moon, like here. If there's the sun, then here is the moon. By the way, you will be lucky on fast roads. The sun will be bright, so you will be going somewhere. Well, the only thing is, here you are always the one who receives, the one who accepts this light. If you love yourself, and you know, for example, when traveling, I can't stand hot weather, right? I need to take sunscreen, for example. Something might be related to the skin, yes. But you will know this in advance, and it's like you can think it over, because this is from the past. You know how to make choices, and what messages, even to nature, you don't stop loving it. Look, nature, yes. If you take the sun as nature on fast roads, for example, there can be a lot of sun. And you don't stop loving nature. You smile, you rejoice, but with sunscreen on. Or, for example, in my past. Look, I love my past. I love myself. And yes, I love my body. For example, I have high blood pressure, yes. And I know that if I stay in the sun for too long, I need to move on quickly, or in a certain car, or to turn on some kind of machine, yes. For example, the air conditioner or the fan. Something else. But I still don't stop loving. It makes me happy that outside the window it's like that. So I quickly do something. On the road, something will make you happy too. By the way, this is the House of the Clover. This is the house of higher powers. If you don't put things off with other people, if you discuss, bring things to light, Don't hide anything. Yes, you highlight what you want, your goals,
Плани.
plans, but at the same time, you don't behave selfishly. Because if you start acting selfishly, like, let them go by themselves. For example, I'm not going anywhere. Let them handle it. They need it. They're the ones deciding something. Well, that's what you'll attract to yourself. Yes, the sun will either hyper-control you. Well, that's how the sun shows itself in a negative way. But here you have it. When you smile or clarify things with a smile, well, for example, it's clear that at work, if you have a job, yes, or money, because you'll be lucky with money. It's indirect. The sun always indirectly points to money. You need to clarify this, to advertise it. The sun also represents advertising. So if it's about money, then you need to advertise, promote yourself and your goals, and not forget about them. I want to receive this and that. And then they'll tell you, oh, sorry, we can't do that. For example, we don't have lunches, right? Like corporate ones or anything, so you have to bring your own. Or, well, something like that. Or we don't pay for this. For example, there's no medical insurance. So you'll already know. And then you can say, well, then I need this kind of salary or this and that. Or vacation. 1. Can vacations be split at your company? Look, something will really make you happy soon. It's a very good card. At the very least, children and men will make you happy, as long as you don't get selfish. But here, luck is waiting for you. And why is that? Because you show heartfelt care both to yourself and to others. And you don't rush. Yes, you don't explode. You don't try to control anyone too much. That's how I would put it. Because it's coming soon. Sunlight awaits you. Everything can become clear then. Thank you. A very good card. Look, rebirth, a heartfelt judgment. The 20th major arcana. Well, there are people who can't, for example, do something. Yes, you can discuss it with them. Oh, this also points to renewing your connection with your homeland, understanding all of this, reconnecting with your loved ones, and clearing everything up, as long as it's not selfish. Only the sun can reveal the selfish people. Or, for example, someone doesn't have enough sun energy, right? And someone can be supported. Well, for example, relatives, yes. To treat them warmly. For example, your mother is elderly. Well, she doesn't have enough energy anymore. Or there's no clarity of mind anymore. The sun is already setting. Well, an elderly person. Or on the contrary, a child. Very young, immature, selfish, stomping their feet and thinking they're the center of the universe, right? Ah, yes. Well, we're here spinning around as parents. But still, yes, there's the sun. In general, here you can understand. Judge with empathy, judgment. Judge with empathy. Send a pleasant message. I'll support you. Talk it through. And relationships are revived. Something is revived. By the way, for yourself, the only thing here is if you suddenly got sick, yes. And just at this time, you are sincere, well, because this is the revival of something. Look, again into the past, like the revival of something, as if something is beginning. If you suddenly got sick, yes, then there are quick trips where you sort everything out with love for yourself and others. Maybe with highly qualified specialists, maybe, yes. Then the sun, that's someone above you. So here you can, yes, say, tell, oh, I feel bad, yes, like that. And to you, you'll be treated very warmly then, because the sun itself, it itself treats you warmly. In general, it's great. You will be very, very lucky. By the way, the second house in Lenormand is the House of Clover and the help of higher powers, the kind that we usually don't notice. Well, you know, we don't see the energy of an angel, higher powers, or something else, right? It's like air. We don't see the air. But there's a lot in the air, yes. Well, everything. Energy. We don't even see the electricity within ourselves. We don't see it. We don't see how energy rushes through the power lines, right? But it's there. And basically, here's the thing. There's a revival of energies happening. You have a lot of energy. If you don't put things off, if you clarify things, there's a revival happening here. A revival of some kind of spiritual energies. The most important thing here is the spiritual aspect. Even courts, after all, this is the highest court. This is higher than a human court. If, by chance, there are any human courts here, if someone is involved, then it's best to clarify things quickly and not postpone them. At the same time, clarify everything with top-notch specialists. And throughout all this, treat people with kindness. So something might be revived here. It might be revived, and help from higher powers will also come. Let's keep watching. The third Lenormand house. What changes? What changes are there for me? The house of the little ship. What changes await you? What will be changing here in the near future? I'll move it a little, because the display is very large. What will be changing here? And again, look, the same thing again and again. You have a lot of fateful and exciting changes happening right now. I'll say right away that if you consciously change something, for example, if you consciously go somewhere and you know that it will affect your destiny, well, maybe meetings with someone, maybe cars too, means of communication, transportation, something important and fateful. No matter how difficult it is, you will finish it. That is, your navigator is set there. You've thought about it, Even though these are exciting changes, I don't know, maybe you're changing something at home, in your family, at work. Yes, we had the Ten of Pentacles come up. You start these changes yourself. Maybe change something in your phone, your laptop, your connections, your car. In your trips, change things in your conversations. Even though this is an exciting card, you will achieve it. It's a bit sharp, it's the Ten of Spades. But if you don't lose sight of your main goal, yes, because sometimes we make changes and lose our main goal. Why did we make them? So here, yes. And then still, if you started it yourself, then with these changes, you'll end up exactly where you need to be. You'll still achieve it. No matter who tries to stop you, maybe, like the emotions of other people, by the way, can influence you. Water, yes. Others are swimming in a different direction, rowing. They have a completely different side, different destinies. You have changes, life-changing changes. You have energy. If you started to change something yourself, you have enough energy here for everything. So then you will have a feeling of inspiration. I want to achieve some goal. Changes are coming for you. Then it will be for the better. But if you don't want to change anything, and you're already being swayed by other people's emotions, well, yes. Then here you can. The Ten of Spades can mean losing control. Lose your temper. Lose it. Well, sometimes spades indicate alcohol. Lose yourself in something. But that's if I don't want it myself, right? I'm not discussing it. But we see that you are discussing it. Still, it's a positive card. If you started to change something yourself, then you will achieve it, no matter who raises any objections. You could read it as the Ten of Swords. Spades. You can imagine the Ten of Spades as the Ten of Swords, right? So if it were a regular deck of playing cards, it would be the Ten of Swords. That means you will finish all your business. Whoever might be upset or not upset, maybe you're changing jobs, and there's a friend saying, "Oh, you're leaving your job," or, "Oh, Mom, you're leaving," or a child, "I don't want to go there," for example, "I want to go somewhere else." It doesn't bother you. You'll still do something important, something life-changing. Well, if you are someone's sunshine, yes, you will still do it, if you warm someone with your warmth. And if someone has become selfish, well, let them cry. They cry, yes, they cry. So if I know my own goal, it affects my destiny. I build my own destiny. then here you achieve. No matter what gets in your way, or who gets upset, yes, or who tries to stir up other people's emotions so that they worry, distract you, or something else, yes. Here it's just like that. If you initiated the changes yourself, you will achieve them and complete them. Well, yes. It's about feeling responsible for investing your own time. This is about the Page of Pentacles. It's responsibility for my assistants. Whether I like this assistant or not, for example, I hired someone to make fateful changes. I don't know, I bought tickets. Someone is supposed to take me, by car or by plane, or I invested money. It's my responsibility. I invested. And whether they like it or not, changes will happen. Or these are my assistants. Assistants. Some kids at work. Assistants. I feel my responsibility. I know the main goal I need to achieve. That's why these assistants. I don't know, I'm doing renovations in my apartment, and I hired a plumber. I hired some handyman. I hired someone to paint the walls. I paid. It's my responsibility. And I'm clarifying everything here responsibly. So, that's the story. Sorry, the card shows means of communication and transportation, and my phone, which is also a means of communication, went off too. So, I also showed increased energy, some kind of information. Someone is also sharing with you about some fateful changes. Because you still came up as the kind of person who shares, and it comes back to you. Look at how it comes back. People are trying to clarify, to understand something, right? Let's move on. The next house, houses, can show your real estate or the people who come to your home. Which card will come up now and what will happen next? How things will unfold? That's where the energy is directed. That's how we ask Lenormand a question. Changes for the better. Something is coming. Something is changing. Something new. Yes. Here the snake came up, which sheds its skin. Something in the house might change for something new. Someone from one house might go or move to another house. I don't know. Maybe someone is really going on vacation. Look, a quick trip. Maybe someone is going to the country house. There's always something new happening in the house. Yes. Maybe someone is making new purchases. Getting something new, like I said before. Yes. Maybe someone is doing a little renovation in the house. And someone else just, for example, went to a resort or visited friends. I don't know. Do you have a lot of socializing? By the way, a woman in the house might change. Health in the house might change. In the house. Real estate. Something about real estate. Let's talk about real estate first. There might be some updates with real estate. For further growth, because why does a snake shed its skin? It needs to keep growing, to improve. But your period is kind of sharp, yes. Because the skin is sensitive, hypersensitive, for example. Someone started renovations, and it's really annoying, yes. But again, you also rest at home. When you're alone, yes. Sometimes you need to go somewhere to relax. Things like real estate. Real estate, sometimes, by the way, take care of your skin, because hypersensitive skin can be an issue. And when you're on fast roads, well, look, really, the sun, you can get burned. Well, that's why, at home, at the house, yes, a snake fell out. A woman, if you live with some woman, then she might have some changes for expansion, for renewal. But a person can be, sometimes you just want to sit alone. You want to be alone. Or a person gets tired. Well, if you have girls, friends, women, yes. Maybe some woman also. Also, if we're talking about people, some woman might have changes and new developments. But at the same time, a person might be a little, well, if you keep bothering them, but you try not to bother. You try to communicate, but not to bother. Not to push too hard. To push too hard, yes, like hyper-control, then the snake here won't react. Because there needs to be some kind of emotional stability here. At home at night, rest can lead to growth. At home, yes, especially for women at night. If a man is watching me, yes, and you are with a woman, then probably in the evening, when everything is calm and quiet, you can gently talk about updates, but at the same time let her rest, without pressuring her, without showing selfishness. Yes, so you don't hurt someone new. Well, that's how it is, if we're talking about people. If someone does end up going somewhere, yes, then here, yes, something might be irritating. Pipes can be irritating. By the way, a snake can actually be a symbol of some pipes. Yes, there could be some water in the pipes, or electricity, or some kind of connections. Yes, like some routers. Yes, like some directions. I don't know, the internet. By the way, it will be better at night. During the day, it seems worse, but at night it's better in the house. All the discussions with the kids, the conversations are better. Well, especially with women, I would say. Your health will improve if you don't overdo it. If you don't irritate yourself with too much of something, yes. If you give yourself plenty of rest. At home, yes. There will be some updates. Let's just ask about the house, about your home, your property. There will be some new updates, but they're kind of for expansion, I'll say right away, as if to avoid danger in the house. Well, look, for example, I go somewhere and ask my neighbor or my daughter to keep an eye on things, and I avoid danger, even without noticing it myself. Yes, somehow wise people gather here. Maybe a woman avoided danger involving the house. If we're talking about real estate, well, something can be annoying too. Some kind of cable, yes, like cable TV. Cable, pipes, water. What else? Gas through water. Oh, I mean, it's supplied through pipes. Be careful with that, probably. Electricity. No, if you're going somewhere, don't forget to turn things off or ask the women to keep an eye on it. So there's an improvement here. I mean, that's really good. I showed some wisdom, and now everything has only gotten better, expanded thanks to the updates. I don't do this often. It's like not very often. I mean, I don't shed my skin every day, right? In an apartment, in a house, such updates don't happen every day. Not even once a month, right? We paint the walls or change something there. Some new things, some actions happen. Well, overall, it's great here. Even if you change your property, maybe someone will go somewhere, right? And have a rest. That will also make things better. Okay, let's ask about real estate. Some new things, some actions. New unfamiliar actions. Well, things that can make you tired. Well, if it's some kind of renovation, you get tired. If you bought something new for your apartment, you have to figure out how it works, which way to turn the handles. You get tired. Give yourself a break. Some kind of update, some new activity related to real estate, or in a new property, maybe in a new place, yes. And it's fiery. That's why it can still cause some irritation here. As for people, it seems to be coming more from a woman, but there is growth here. Maybe some woman, thanks to your actions. Well, if it's a woman close to you, will avoid danger. Maybe someone really is leaving somewhere, yes. Some woman, on the contrary, a mother, maybe a daughter, will avoid danger because you did something wise, yes. What I'm getting here is wisdom. It's related to health. By the way, yes, if we're talking about people. Look, someone has lost their support. Well, here, you come through here as an extra pentacle. You give your time to something, or you give some money and the person gets support. If this is you in your own home, then you are avoiding some kind of danger because you allow yourself to rest. You don't constantly interact with people who are always active, always doing something, yes, and it doesn't irritate you. Let's put it this way. Let's say if this is you, then you make a change in time. You change something in your home, and this way you avoid danger. For example, I don't know, a pipe started leaking, and it won't burst later, right? So you avoided it. Well, that's great. That's really great here. But there's some kind of wisdom here, and healing is coming directly to you if this is about you. Wow. The most valuable thing is what I love. Well, you see, or I connect with people I value. And protection. You see, three girls are sitting together, sharing what's most valuable to them. Yes, the Three of Pentacles. You receive high praise for yourself from higher powers. Here comes a stream of light, a stream of love. Even if you're just doing something with real estate, it's as if it's for the future, for improvement. Well, sometimes we don't notice, like some new thing, or some small improvement for the house is done, and it's great. Something is changing for the better. Next, your family tree, your ancestral tree. But first, I will read the tree as your personal energy, and then I will look at your relatives, your family members. First, I read you as your life energy. It's like the second house in a horoscope. All our energy is there. We can spend it on something, on earning money, on something else, on purchases, well, to earn your own energy, yes. First, you get enough sleep and then go to work. This is your personal energy. Personal growth. Tree. Yes. In a positive way, you are the person in your family who knows how to achieve goals. And no obstacles will stop you. You know how to keep your energy under control. Hard as flint, you could say, like a rock. But the rock, it's such a dual card. Reaching some heights or traveling somewhere abroad, beyond something, right? You need to overcome something to reach your goal, because a tree doesn't grow on a rock. For example, I'm pursuing some goals too actively, and I just don't have enough, and I dry out. I'm dry. I can be hard on myself, force myself. Yes, then the energy of life and health can collapse. I don't know, so where are the stones? Kidney stones, for example. Gallstones. Stones in the joints, for example. They bend worse. My back hurts because I'm achieving some goals. Or I'm slaving away at, well, we're just looking at you for now, and I'm telling the negative side, the energy that can be. I'm the kind of person who knows how to keep emotions under control. There's no water in a stone. Look here. Yes. Here there's both water and everything. Any water breaks apart. Oh, my goals, my emotions. I keep myself in check like a belt. But that's exactly why you achieve things. Just don't forget to rest. Because, for example, in order to achieve your goals, you can put too much of your life into it. Forget to show emotions to yourself. And the tree, well, the tree grows slowly. But here, people like Edelweiss grow, yes, the kind that others admire. Their goals seem unattainable, unique, so it can play out both positively and negatively. That's why don't forget to rest. And that's why they're telling you here, don't forget to rest, especially in the evening. The evening is important here. To yourself. With love, to change, to renew something, to finally get some sleep. Okay. Just so you don't run yourself into the ground. Basically, you'll achieve any goal. The most important thing is not to run yourself into the ground. Don't forget to rest. This is your life energy, because it can show 3 areas of your life at once. Health and finances. Financial growth. For example, to achieve a goal, I'm ready to spend all my money. Right? Or, well, here you need to be more careful. In general, do things with breaks. About relatives. Because this is the family tree. Some relatives can be like flint, like a rock, stubborn. And your emotions, yes, can break like waves against a rock. Or some relatives are outside, for example. They live in another city. To visit them, you need to invest your life energy there, right? Invest money there. Emotions, yes. Well, right? In general, an interesting energy came up. But also, maybe if you have children, or, well, mom, parents, you might have some relatives who, well, from whom you inherited, I would say, this ability to achieve goals. Because it also plays out positively. If we're talking about relatives, well, this is the 21st Arcanum spiritual actions, spiritual action. My soul wants to achieve this goal, and I understand that it irritates me. There, I will experience it. I don't know, I went abroad. I'm getting some documents there. I'm investing my lifetime there, money, but for some kind of soulful purpose. For example, to visit my mom, to visit my homeland. I don't know, to get documents for the kids, or to earn money for real estate. A rock, yes, like stones. Maybe really to invest in real estate. In the garden, yes, to do something there. To loosen the soil, I don't know, but it makes my soul happy. Oh, like this, like this, like this, like this. Let's talk about you. Well, it's what has built up over the years. If we're talking about you know this anyway. That is, you need to stop in time, rest somewhere, and then continue toward your goal. And if we're talking about relatives who are negative, like stone, like a rock, you also need to stop in time somewhere. You. Well, it's called everything in its own time. The Wheel of Fortune, for some kind of fateful reasons. You're ready to move mountains and to negatively affect your own fate. To keep spinning, for example, day and night. Everything has its own time. Yes, this card right here. For happiness. Here is the Wheel of Fortune, or the Wheel of the Year. This is what the Wheel of the Year is like. In summer, everything grows. It turns green and so on. In winter, everything rests. We all have our own Wheel of the Year. Here, for the sake of some fateful people or goals, you can move mountains here, but take care of yourself in the process. And here is the Wheel of Fortune again. In some society, there's too much spinning around. About you. Yes, maybe you have something complicated. And of course, you need to love yourself. In achieving your goals. Some achievements of goals. Somehow towards something, like fate might put some obstacle in your way. Well, for example, age. It has accumulated. Age-related changes have accumulated. I mean, before, like a mountain goat, I could do everything in one day. But now the time has come when it takes 3 days. More rest? More vitamins? I don't know. Well, you get it, right? Everything has its time, and that's normal. Continuation. Follows, but I gained the ability to achieve. Right? Like if you face some kind of obstacle here, something's already interfering, but you want things as they were. Times have changed. Maybe something is wrong with the world. By the way, yes. According to the Wheel of Fortune, maybe the world around you has become as hard as a rock. It's harder to overcome things. It's harder to earn money, to move forward, and maybe it's just not the right time. This could be the card of Saturn, yes, of time. And the Wheel of Fortune, of happiness. We always feel differently. Yes, like, well, something is built up. It has built up in society, because we all revolve in some kind of society anyway. And abroad it might show. I need to change the social circle I live in, for example, or the one at work, or just some social environment. Maybe, yes, they can also affect you negatively. I'll say that right away. Oh, they can influence you. That's influence. Because sometimes, difficulties in society don't negatively affect people. Basically, everything goes fine for them, yes. But here you have some kind of social negativity. Still, society. What kind of society is it? Somehow things have become more complicated. Maybe it was easier to travel before. Now it's more difficult. It was easier to work before. Now it's more difficult. Okay, and what if they are your relatives? It's harder to get in touch. Yes. And here, for example, there's a girl online, sitting at a computer. Yes, it's become harder to get in touch. The connection was disrupted. Before, you just clicked once, and you could already talk with someone abroad. Yes. And now it's like some connections are being lost. It's become harder to do anything else, too. Oh, but, well, yes. It's harder for a tree to grow in the mountains, on solid ground. Some kind of hardness. Yes, it's like you have to jump somewhere all the time, like a mountain goat, but it's getting harder now. Once again for you. Well, you have to give up something to get something. But here, it's about work.
The
The girl is negotiating. To achieve your goals, you always need to know how to say no. This is the Six of Pentacles, so that there is a harmonious exchange of energy. Well, that is, you always have to say no to something. I want to rest, but I can't work. Yes. Then I can't get all the work done. Yes. So when I went abroad on vacation, I won't be able to come back right away and do double the amount of work. You just need to tell the truth to yourself and your boss, like, sorry, I can't handle this. That's the phase I'm in right now. I can only do this, this, and this. Or I have to give something up. Because before, for example, you could work like a horse until midnight, but now only until 6 p.m. And here you need to be honest with yourself, or to some people, to your partners. Well, I don't know. Someone insists on their own way, but I need it this way. For example, even in the family, for a harmonious energy exchange. For example, a child says, well, you used to do this. And you say, that's it, I can't do it anymore. I need a helper. No, I won't do this. Yes, so that everything is harmonious. I need to rest. That's it, I'm going to the garden. Yes, in general, with the Six of Pentacles, you always need to know how to ask for help. Or to refuse something. Maybe some kind of income, but I just can't handle it. I can't hire someone myself. That's it, I just can't. I'd rather pay money. That way it will be more harmonious. Yes, that's what came up for you. The only thing is, with this card, it's hard for people to ask for help. But there are people who love you very much. The Six of Cups. You also have children. By the way, this is a card of children. It's also about creativity. You can do something, for example. If someone refuses you something, you have incredibly powerful creative thinking. It's a card of the past. You could do this in the past. Come up with something, and that will make up for it. And this will bring a lot of joy. Like a child. Oh, by the way, one more thing. You overcame something. Be sure to acknowledge it. Act like a child. I don't know, meet up with friends. Buy yourself some cool treats. Celebrate something. Don't forget about your inner child. Don't be so rigid. Yeah, just let yourself relax a little. Sleep a little longer, rest a bit more. I don't know, eat some treats. Then, well, or, I don't know, maybe you can't overcome something. You don't have money. You can come up with something, maybe use some creativity. And, I don't know, maybe grow something in the garden. Buy something cheaper. Cook it yourself. Well, in general, you've had some kind of creative process since childhood, and you know about it, and it compensates and brings you a lot of joy. Maybe instead of some kind of, that's in the past. Yes, here are the children. Well, here it's either creativity or children. Or sports. It can help strengthen, let's say, some muscles. Yes, bones. Because, excuse me, our bones hurt if the muscle framework doesn't support them. Yes. Well, support. Bones. Well, sometimes this can also point to sports. Yes, it brings joy. Some kind of movement. Well, again, here. Everything needs to stay balanced for you. It should be harmonious. Let's put it that way. Well, that's all. Well, yes, here. Someone might have their own rules. Now, for example, the kids are grown up now, and they have their own rules. Well, creative approach, joy. They will help, yes, here. Realizing the child is now an adult. Right. Now, the mountain card has come up here in the family tree. Some kind of obstacles, yes. And now, let's look at the uncertainties, the fogginess. There's something here, in the house of clouds, which dissipate quickly. In order to achieve it, first of all, this is your goal, your peak. For your loved ones, in your homeland, there's some kind of goal for yourself. There is something here. It could be on it. Oh, here you are, helped by higher powers. It says everything will clear up very soon. A cloud has fallen over the house. Quick resolutions. If you don't put things off, clarify everything, earn money, or pay for something quickly. Here it is. Everything will be clear soon. See? This is the clover, and this is the sun that landed on the clover's house. On the clouds of uncertainty, clouds by themselves go away quickly, and they are right above the mountain peak. I need to reach some final goal. There might be some obstacles for you along the way. Look, if it's quick, it's a fast road. The chances are great. Higher powers are helping you directly. A fast road. Everything will become clear soon. Soon you'll either earn a little money somewhere or you'll be able to pay for something. Things will become clear. Maybe some kind of assistant will come. Someone will help. Overall, it's great here. You don't even need to worry. Higher powers. But only if you don't put things off. You know, we can be given a lot of helpers. But we keep being lazy. We keep putting things off. Well, and the main thing is you shouldn't overwork either. In general, things should be balanced here somehow. So just wait. Everything will become clear soon. Or if you don't put off working toward your goal. Yes, in general, don't forget to rest. Are there any dangers here for you or not? Right here, in this time, in the near future. There's a lot of activity. A desire for the celebration of life. But that's also a danger, by the way. A very good card came up. Superficial hustle. In a negative sense, it's the danger of listening to superficial people. Those who only make promises, but don't actually do anything. They just fuss around. It's like there's some kind of activity happening around, but there's no real result. That's it too, and that's a danger, especially because... By the way, it's also about health here. When I fuss too much, time seems to just fly away somewhere. Or like, I only want the joys of life. I only want to hang out with friends. I'll put off my responsibilities for later. I just want to watch TV. Hustle, noise, chaos. By the way, hustle, noise, chaos as well. If you're in certain places, because those bustling places, noisy, chaotic, they can be dangerous. They can. Well, for example, I don't know, some huge shopping mall. Yeah, and everyone is calling you in. And here, you'll be a beauty. And this will make your life easier. Those are the purchases then. The impulsive ones, where you don't think for long. Or I get flustered, for example, in a big space. Like at the airport. Or I get flustered at the train station. And, I just wanna, I don't know. Yeah, talk to someone. I don't notice how, while I'm having some light, casual conversations, I end up losing something. I forget, because someone is always distracting me. Distracts me with some kind of beauty, I don't know, with emptiness, with fuss. I just want to chat with my girlfriends, for example. Like, and then no work gets done. Birthdays. Holidays are included here too. For some reason, danger, right? But what kind of danger is there? This is a very good card. For example, to promise that I will give you something as a gift. Or to expect that someone will give me something really cool. A little taste of the good life. Someone will do something special for me. Also, try not to expect it, probably. And you probably shouldn't do it yourself either. To promise something like, I'll throw you a celebration of life here. For some reason, it carries a sense of danger. Especially for women, by the way. What did we get here? yes, there's a major trauma here. It's the devil. Well, for example, if you really love someone, you might fuss over them and spend too much money. Then you could end up becoming dependent. Or drink too much during the holidays. Then you could end up becoming dependent. Well, the devil card is reversed here. It's a superficial attitude toward yourself, all for the sake of celebrating life. In general, there's some danger here. Or, for example, with people who are fussy and cunning, who seem to always be stirring things up, but it's really impossible to deal with them. That's also dangerous. It depends. Then you end up depending on their chatter. Like flowers. Men, by the way, yes, they can chatter too. Flowers. Oh, you're so beautiful. They'll really like you. But if there's nothing serious there, if everything is just superficial, that's the danger. They can just pull you in with their words, keep pulling you in. Talking on the phone for a long time, for example. Someone could be dependent on men. Something like that. That goes away. Should. What goes away and what is born? Now let's see what goes away. Some conversations. They go away. Some kind of worry, maybe, goes away. I used to worry about something, and now I don't. Well, maybe you're finishing something. Maybe the children are growing up. Sometimes chickens show up. I used to worry about my children, about my child. I kept talking about it all the time, talking. Well, probably it's ending. Because this is the house of the coffin, so some kind of worry is ending. We handled it, and that's it. What's leaving? Some worry is gone, which is good. Maybe someone will go rest somewhere. I took care of a house, like a mother hen. Now I'll take care of another house. Or maybe it's time to take care of something else. It's time to talk about something else. And what is being born? What will make you happy? The end of something. Some changes will make you happy. Maybe some old business will come to an end. You'll replace the old with something new, bringing some renewal at home. Something is ending, and that will make you happy. That's just how it is. I think you will finish something. It seems to me that some period of your life will come to an end here. Maybe someone will resolve something with an inheritance, with some old documents. Well, roughly speaking, something old. Some old issues. I don't know, you were taking care of an old car. You kept taking care of it, and then you just took it and replaced it. But I'll say it again. When you start changes yourself, they go better. That's what the cards show here. If I start things myself, everything goes easier for me. But if I don't, it's like something is forcing me to change. Someone is forcing me. Maybe I've become like Flint, or something isn't working out. Some kind of goals. Well, in any case, it will still make you happy. Something will make you happy. Maybe someone will visit the grave. Even so, yes, someone will change something there. Well, then someone will change some kind of stone. Because a rock fell on the family tree, yes. Maybe it's some kind of stone. Arrange with someone to change the stone there, to put something up. Thank you. To escape certain limitations. Look, he had the maximum limitations, right? Here, something could happen. For relatives, some things were restricted, yes. Well, in the family tree, here the rock comes up. It's a good one. So, you are exactly the person who can achieve things, overcome any obstacles, and get things done. To make an agreement, yes, even if something is limited. For example, I don't know, I have limited finances or limited time. To get out of limitations with someone. To persuade someone, by the way. Sometimes people are like that. They have a limited mindset. Even by themselves, for example, elderly people. Yes, that's already a limitation in itself. Well, the brain, yes, cognitive functions decline. They go away. Well, that will make you happy. That will make you happy. Through some limitations, in a more or less harmonious way, well, you won't even notice how you do it. Here, a card has come up. People will talk about you and think very highly of you. And even if you do something for your family, make some changes, Your relatives up there will bless you, really help you. That's how it is, by the way. So it's something that's almost unnoticeable for you. Well, you're probably just the kind of person who keeps going, keeps moving forward and doing things, doesn't pay attention to obstacles, and tries to enjoy life, no matter what happens here. That's exactly what the cards are saying. People will gossip, saying you achieved things and found time for everything. The card says you succeeded in various areas and managed it all, and you seem to be just busy with your own things, somehow resolving issues from the past. Well, victory or change awaits you. Well, here, maybe in a car. By the way, something unusual for you. Maybe someone will trade in their old car for a new one. They might change their means of communication or transportation for something new. Surprises. Some kind of breakthrough will happen for you here. Well, for example, I don't know, the internet was restricted. Suddenly a breakthrough happens. Someone couldn't reach someone else before. Now there's a breakthrough. Here, it's a reward for hard work. And many people will talk about you. Even your relatives in heaven will say that you have achieved something. Somehow this happens without you noticing. Although the card shows that there was hard work here, and you tried to come to an agreement, in general, expect success. You will finish some task, and people will speak very positively about you. Like a winner. This is the card of a winner. Maybe you will hear about some victories. You will learn about some past victories. By the way, people will also talk about your past victories. They will keep talking about your past victories for a long time. Well, the coffin might also be connected with wills. Thank you. Some kind of legacies. Wow. You will do something very valuable. Well, I don't know. So that's the story that came up here. Wait for it. This will make you very happy. You will overcome a danger, maybe something related to a coffin. You could have lost something, and suddenly you didn't lose it. And you'll save someone. Well, all right. And here, you probably know better than I do. Let's move on. I don't know if it fits here or not. Scythe. The result you'll get. Well, now this is how you show yourself to the world, and some kind of result is waiting for you. Well, or sometimes at work. The result of your work, let's say. Because it's not even work, it's actually labor. Oh, and here is your significator. House. The house of the scythe is a karmic house. You will be able to protect something. And look, the house is behind you. Maybe to protect property. Or to protect your household members. To protect your stability. That's the story. Some kind of karmic result that's cool and very important for you. Anyway, the broom points to conflicts. Or maybe it's your constant actions that you don't even notice. Well, it's a kind of dual house. Let me check now. Let's see what comes up here. No, you can come to an agreement here. To resolve some kind of conflict, some kind of inner conflict. To clarify, to resolve something. To come to an agreement about something when it works for both sides and for the other people involved too. To come to an agreement about a new job. I don't know, to agree on, well, in general, maybe even to make peace with someone. It's like something is moving to a new level. Oh, your actions are also moving to a new level. You won't even notice how you'll start acting differently. I feel like something is changing for you right now. And I think you want this. Because after all, you do want it. Because you don't even notice how you've changed. Thank you. Head thoughts. How will your thoughts change in the near future? Karmic changes. Well, there will be some heavy thoughts, but they will change to lighter ones. Heavy thoughts will change to lighter ones. Thoughts about responsibility. Oh my God, sorry. Thoughts about responsibility. Some kind of fateful paths. But here, thoughts are changing to lighter ones. In your head. This is a house, well, some wise thoughts. Because this is the house of owls. So at night, maybe you yourself, I think, will be thinking something over in your head. Or talking to someone about fate. About difficult, complicated moments. About responsibility. About certain paths. Well, because it's impossible, right? It's like a crossroads. It's impossible to go both ways. You can't do this and that at the same time. You'll put an end to something in your thoughts. I think something will make you very happy. You'll put an end to something. You'll finish something. This will make you very happy. In general, your heavy, serious thoughts will be replaced by lighter ones. That is, you will see, in the House of the Owl, just like that, you will see some karmic moments that have been wearing you down. Your destiny. Now the card will be placed in the House of the Child, or your creation, your creativity, your inner child. Or news, something new, an update. Thank you. Fateful changes, life-changing renewals. If it has to do with children here, for example, the children will help with something. That's what the card says. Or the children might have some fateful changes. Some new things from afar, by the way. News from afar. This is life-changing news for your soul. Your soul might find peace because of this news. The impact will last a long time. Children are experiencing changes now, if you have them. For those without children but with a child, the same applies. But if you only wanted it because that's what your soul desires, the soul wants it, then storks might bring you a baby. New things from afar. So, if you buy something, it probably means your soul wanted it. Some new things from afar might appear. For the long term, that's what your soul wants. Well, that's it. If there's news, it's something heartfelt. To have a heart-to-heart talk.
Творчество.
Creativity is inspired. Something family-oriented. Some kind of homey, heartfelt creativity. If it's for the family, for the soul, really. Love from afar. Maybe a new person. If you don't have love. Well, look. If you don't have a child might be brought to you. If you don't have love, love from afar is possible. Someone who is truly close to your heart. That's exactly it. Someone who touches your soul. There might be heartfelt news. Hobbies that are truly heartfelt, with a certain inclination, or just something that my soul enjoys. I don't know, like walking in the park. Well, we all have different heartfelt hobbies, right? Some people like to travel. Some love relaxing by the sea. Others enjoy going to the opera and ballet theater. Whatever is good for the soul, in general. This is probably for your inner child, something you've been asking for and practically begging for a long time. Perhaps you'll buy or do something for yourself.
Для себя.
You'll choose some kind of path. Something soulful here, in general. Hobbies that are also soulful. Your resourcefulness, as well as the resourcefulness of others. By the way, your resourcefulness always helps you achieve your goals. That's why the House of Resourcefulness, or foxes, tricksters, can put some obstacles in our way to achieving our goals. What comes up here? How will your fate unfold here? Because there's something fateful here. The thoughts in your head are truly fateful. Oh! An update. Some kind of news. A new concern. Some new concern will appear. That's it. If you are an entrepreneur, there will be some updates in your business activities. For example, you might buy new equipment and take care of it. Otherwise, you'll keep worrying about it, feeling responsible, if you're an entrepreneur. When it comes to achieving your goals, you will try something new, take on some new responsibility, you'll have a new concern. That's right. Who can be cunning? Children can be cunning, behaving like little foxes. Well, that's a very good card. Well, what can children say? We need to take care of them. Maybe you'll need to take care of someone. Maybe it involves a new employee. So you, yes, want to achieve some goal. Or maybe you'll buy something new for that. You'll bring some updates. Or maybe something new, and you'll take care of that. A good card. A child always brings growth. Well, a child can have some new concerns, some kind of initiative. taking some new actions. So, for you, to do something new, to take care of something, to achieve your goal, close to your heart. Love shows itself in a different way. Well, I believe in what feels right to my heart. That's what it's called. I believe that because of this, well, I can reach my goal this way. Well, some kind of new updates. Yeah. And here it really could be something related to a child. Or to creativity. Okay, if the foxes try to trick you, you need to be careful. Well, there might be some kind of excessiveness. And remember, excessiveness. Well, for example, you have your own goals. And the child has some goals too. And the child, or an immature person, might say, I need someone to take care of this for me. I can't do it myself. Or I just can't do it on my own. You can fall into disharmony. Remember, right? And get tired. Take on too much of a burden. Be careful. Buy something more expensive, a new outfit. Because this is the fox's house. Tricksters. Something like that. They could be. Well, I mean, for example, a child might need help. Or maybe some immature person needs help. Well, for example, we have immature people whom we love. These are our children or elderly people. I don't know. Or someone who can't. Clients, for example. Well, they can't, right? The most important thing here is not to fall into disharmony. Otherwise, you'll end up becoming dependent. That's it. Upon achieving your goals. Well, and if it's something negative, then you need to take care of this. Something has already broken for you. You can't fix it yourself. They might try to upsell you something more expensive, for example. At work, yes. They might try to force something on you. Then there's an unreasonable amount of work, like take care of this too, but I won't pay you for it. Be careful. Something new, yes. Some new job. New initiative might lead to some kind of disharmony, doing too much of something. So, well, this is your responsibility and the responsibility of others towards you. What will come up for you here? How will it be here? Well, your potential, potency and potential. Wow, you have such potential. Accelerations. Accelerations. It seems like some kind of accelerations are waiting for you. Look, right now you're walking calmly. But here, there will be some kind of acceleration. Something will speed up. Potential. The potential to convey more information, to do more, to accomplish more. This will actually bring you luck. You'll speed up your tasks and finish them. Something will speed up. Help from higher powers will accelerate. But if we start, this is a house. Bear, where you have authority, meaning you have the power to solve problems. There you will speed them up, and in general, you will solve everything faster. That's what I'll say. And since the bear's house came up, here, for example, the authorities can speed up and request some documents. The boss can rush you. Come on, do it faster. Or, for example, your husband. Why are you stuck somewhere? Come on, hurry up, yes. Someone who is stronger than you, who has power over you, yes, can speed you up. Well, for example, I don't know, you love someone, friends, children, parents, some man, your husband. I don't know. Someone has power over you, but people have power over us in different ways. Here in the material world, we are all dependent on something. We love someone and are ready to do a lot for them. Or, for example, we need money, so we sell our time, exchange it for finances, sell our work, and sign contracts. We take out loans from banks, and that, for example, puts us under their authority and responsibility. We have an apartment, we have a car, and whatever has authority over you can speed you up. Well, then help from higher powers comes in here. So that you finish something faster, or, I don't know, either finish it or start something new. Because here, it's already in a new way. Here's the horse. When it comes here, some kind of new things, news will start coming faster. New money, your eyes will open to something faster. In general, even if something will speed you up, something authoritative over us. Well, we're still here anyway. Yes, we need to meet our needs. To eat, to rest. Something will speed you up. So, in general, higher powers will put you in an accelerated pace. If you don't put things off, you'll finish everything. It will turn out great. Well, and something will be pushing you here too. Well, let's ask if something will be urging you on. Well, those who can't do it themselves, or irresponsible people. Those who don't have money. Those who are lacking something, they might rush you. Even a lack of patience, for example, from your husband. And you love him, but he's impatient. I don't know. An Aries, yes. Come on, hurry up. Why is it stuck somewhere over there? And you're like, come on, faster, faster, faster. Or you need to do it earlier, earlier. Oh, but this will bring benefits. It will make you move around, not put things off. You'll find happiness and luck for yourself faster. Even if someone pushes you in a negative way, an immature person who doesn't want anything for themselves, you'll just get rid of them. You'll jump onto it faster, like getting on a horse. And they'll push you to change your destiny for the better. Happiness. You'll turn it into fortune on your side. That's it. What kind of potential do you have? Accelerate towards what you love. The key is to avoid getting lost in illusion or pursuing a different goal. That's it. A star. How will wishes come true? Well, or its routine. Through your daily routines, your talents, that's how wishes come true. In what, where, how? Wow. You need to clear something out. Or maybe your wish could be fulfilled by someone pure. Well, for example, some specialist, a professional you turn to, a person with a pure soul. Your wish can be fulfilled by a person who is recognized in society. A star, by the way. You watered the star's house. You watered it. A spiritual person, not a soulless one, will not deceive you. But you too, it's your desire, if you are soulful, pure. You don't lie to yourself or to others. Pure, purely. Yes, for example, you don't tolerate dirty relationships in your home. You don't tolerate filth. You don't tolerate sick, painful relationships. Purity will fulfill your desire. A true professional. By the way, you will be recognized. You will receive recognition. Recognition. Well, if your desire is about you. The ability to keep things clean and tidy, by the way, in the documents at home. A cleaning fairy. Such a pure-hearted person. You understand? For some people, it's just a matter of simply cleaning up at home. For others, it's about cleaning things up in relationships. At work or home, I don't know. Really your dream. Some people just want clarification, perhaps from a professional, since the star suggests it could be something long-term, or a long-distance trip. Well, what is the wish about? Well, let's make it about you. Recognition, skill, continuation. Hierophant. Well, for you as a teacher, who knows how? Well, or spiritual purity in the family. Well, it's something family-related. It's a card like that, the Hierophant. Well, let's say in the family, let's go with that. Or someone will recognize you as a teacher. For example, your children may want to learn from you. Because you do it from the bottom of your heart, right? Well, it's never easy. Honestly, these are routine actions. This is on a regular basis. When I talk about both the bad and the good. When I change. When I cleanse something. The time has come, and I need to change my habits. Change my addictions. When I see that I'm already ending up in hell, right? And when I burn something hellish. My worldview. Well, Hierophant, or a teacher. Someone acknowledges that you know a lot. For example, in your profession or at work, people might ask you questions. You can explain things, like what's bad and what's good. If you go this way, a brick might fall on your head, right? If you go that way, you'll find the road. People who don't know something might be drawn to you. Well, it's like being recognized professionally, like being acknowledged as a teacher. As someone who is recognized as a professional, recognition is coming to you. And at home, this is a very homely card. To acknowledge that you are a pure person, you understand? Maybe one of your relatives will admit that they weren't very fair to you. And something like that. Well, in general, some kind of dream of yours will come true here. They will acknowledge you. Or, well, at work, yes, someone will accept you as a top specialist. At home, yes, they might acknowledge that you've achieved something, that you have some kind of cool talent, that you know how to achieve things. There's some kind of life energy in you. Well, someone argued, maybe argued with you about your goals, about your actions, your deeds, didn't acknowledge something. In general, some kind of recognition is coming your way. Changes to something new. What new changes are waiting for you? Girls, should the reading be big or normal? Something about documents or official statements. Maybe officials. Who are you connected with? Something official. Well, I don't know, maybe contracts? Some kind of bank loans. Here, changes are coming towards something new, for the better. And here, something to do with documents, if it's something official. Or changes are coming into something new, through connections, for the better. They are coming with people who are connected to you through documents. That is, these are children, parents, marriage certificates, birth certificates. Here, changes are coming into something new. And this is about the future. It's hard for us to see this. There might even be some surprises here, because this is the House of Cranes. This might come from somewhere above. Some unexpected news will arrive, a surprise. Well, something Uranian as well, but for the better. For the better, maybe some kind of law will be passed. Fateful, because the House of Cranes is so fateful. Fateful people or fateful signed contracts. Maybe some laws will change, some rules will change, someone will get some documents. Yes. Well, here's something else interesting. What you were worried about is what's showing up. I think you'll complete it and get it. But sometimes it's for the long term. That is, it will start now. And over time, you will get news that something great is happening there. Something new. Stops, in general, will change in the future. Attachment. According to your attachments. We are always attached to something. I don't know, to children, to parents, to our place of residence, to our workplace. Even to food, to clothes. Well, in general. We always return to what we love. To friends. By the way, this is a friend's house. And what about here? What changes are waiting for you? Wow, some key changes regarding your attachments. Maybe for someone it's even about dogs or cats. Something here, something will become clear. But again, it's either something you've done or something you'll need to do. Maybe some key friends will appear. Key, important ones. Well, key friends. You always did something together with them. Yes. Something will become clear because of friends. There's something here. In the place where you return, where you are attached, something will also become clear there. Something key. Well, something key. You will get a key there. You will be able to do something. Well, let's put it this way. Are there some changes there? Key changes. Important ones that give you the keys. For a transition, to open a new door, I would say. To open some new door. What new door? One your heart chooses. There's a choice there, an important key choice. So am I going this way or that way? Well, damn, you can be attached to both this way and that way, but you can't go in two directions at once. Yeah, for example, like I'm attached to my mom or attached to my friend, right? And then my friend and my mom are both talking to me at the same time. This way or that way. And, well, you have to choose here. Where am I going? Which door will I open? Will I go this way or that way? A choice awaits you. It's a key, important one. It will make you happy anyway, even if you say no to someone. Well, that's nice. It warms your heart that someone wants to see you. Or, for example, I'm attached to my job. I don't know, my apartment, property, car. It doesn't matter. You're attached to someone or something. Some kind of choice also comes from the heart. The only thing is, when making choices with your heart, never forget to love yourself. When I love myself, I treat myself maybe right away. Yes, here and here. They say, well, the job is good, and here you can buy an apartment, or maybe do some renovations. I don't know. Well, and here I am standing, and I love myself. Will I manage? Will I not manage? There's something key here. Maybe I just need to do it for myself. Maybe refuse alone. And, I don't know, with friends, maybe with my bestie we'll change something together, maybe a job. Or, this is the friend's house. Also, you might meet some key people, hear something good from them, something heartfelt. By the way, maybe someone will congratulate you, show love in some way. Key people, by the way, or maybe somewhere else. And you need to show it too. Here's the key. It came up for you, and you're the one using the key. You're making the choice. There. Last time. Oh, the lover's card came up here too, love. So maybe it's from the past. People you were attached to, for some, it could even be men, will come up, resurface, and you'll have to make a choice. Well, for some, for example, it could be a beloved man and a trip somewhere, or my job. And here's the man. So where will you go? Will you go to work, or with me? And here you have to choose, and choose what's more important to you, showing love for yourself. Don't forget about that. Well, the key is in your hands. Basically, you decide. Cool. Thank you. In the doghouse, it can also point to animals. To somehow get back at it. Who do I love? Them or myself, maybe? Maybe you just need to do something. Maybe something needs to be done. Well, in general. A good attachment card. Maybe you love something. Thank you. To go to the movies. Into some kind of beauty. Maybe it's a beauty card. Something beautiful. That's how beautifully people act. Well, sometimes we do things beautifully, but not ugly towards ourselves. So, in society it's accepted that this is how people do the decent thing. And we harm ourselves to our own detriment. Let's put it this way. Remember to take care of yourself. It's your mission. That's your mission for now. What kind of mission do you have? Oh, and the dog card comes up here. Well, that's exactly what you're attached to. To be a friend. To return to something. What you had, you still have. Thank you. To rejoice. To meet a friend. A mission. To be a friend. Well, in general, your mission is to be a friend. You are inclined to be friendly. Dogs are protectors, that's right. How to protect what you are attached to. That's your mission. Well, don't forget about yourself. The first thing we're attached to is our own body. We should protect and love ourselves. Then there are others we're attached to. Or even inanimate things like apartments, cars, places we live. But if we don't protect ourselves, we're destroying ourselves. Don't forget that. Be your own friend. Be your own support, your own protector. And only then can you be a true friend to those you're attached to, or to what you're attached to. Thank you. This is a really good card. And only then can you be a true friend to those, or even the things you're attached to. A karmic card came up. People who are attached to something come back to it. Thank you for the subtitles. In your thoughts, you keep coming back to this all the time. This is your mission now. Society, the garden, relaxation, sometimes also the card. Let's go. So, well, how are things going to unfold here? When it comes to expenses, well, most often my expenses are for leisure, you see? Yes, sometimes for some kind of social activities. Most often we spend on the children. We spend our time, but it doesn't kill us. And you also got a card here. The danger of suicide, the danger in the desire to create some kind of celebration of life, or to dress up nicely, to show that I have a celebration of life. Some kind of bag, or a painting. Oh, paintings, I don't even know. Well, to buy something beautiful, Or something very expensive? Something you never allowed yourself before. Look, you can spend it because sometimes you want to celebrate life. Or go somewhere like, I'm going on vacation now. I'm going to splurge. Really splurge. You can spend it in some kind of company to relax. Well, to Alexei Dubrovsky, some people around us might not let us relax. Or to give ourselves a break, we might spend more. But for people, well, I don't know. Well, we're doing renovations at home, and a rat comes along who jacks up the price for us. Yes, rats can do that to Alexei, say your resource, so you can relax. For example, I want to rest. So you do something for me, right? Some kind of work they might spend more. Well, and for your relaxation, by the way, subtitles. Well, anyway, it's all for Dubrovsky. Danger in the subtitles. Or maybe spend it on Alexei. Dubrovsky, let's ask. Spend it on the kids. For the subtitles, to Alexei Dubrovsky. It kills, but then you just recover. Specifically restore yourself using finances. Letting some kind of rat into your house is also a danger, by the way, which could drain your resources and even keep you from sleeping. You see, then the next day, you can't do your own things for Alexei, and someone there just thinks about themselves, only about themselves. Well, just like egoists, right? Someone keeps talking about themselves all the time, forgetting about you, whether it's not letting you sleep or money. Only about themselves, their beloved self. Well, here you have either a man or kids. You are real, you work, come on. We agreed. But as for resources, Alexei doesn't care that you don't get any rest. And I pay you less money, that's it. Society, look, work like this. Don't deal with people like that. With those who are selfish, don't make agreements with selfish people. Don't make promises to children, yes, that you're creating a celebration of life for them right now. Tell them that it's hard for you too, that you need to rest. Cleanliness, yes. I just can't keep rushing around anymore. Huh? Rushing around. There was a time when I used to rush and take care of things. Now you take on the main responsibilities, okay? Well, and for rest too. This is actually a good card to take a break. Someone might even go somewhere. Well, or to get some things done in some community, and for Alexei Dubrovsky to spend some money. To spend, so that you can be seen in the subtitles. For Alexei to spend time on advertising then, Dubrovsky. On a man, so that he can see you. On a child, so that he can see you. Or on an elder, someone you love. Someone who's meant for you, who's on your horizon. In general, there might be some expenses in society. So that's a minus for you. Thank you. And what do we have here? Ah, the Hermit reversed. Well, to see someone, to make an agreement with someone, or to be seen. You know, the Hermit is when nobody sees me. You can actually, run around promoting yourself, meet someone, see someone in person, money might be spent. Ah, the Hermit reversed. Someone might not want to see you, and you'll have to spend on that. Someone might not want to see you, and you might have to hire specialists, for example, to track someone down, to find some rat, a rat who stole the money. Well, by the way, yes, you might also have to negotiate with someone to clarify things. Interesting. Well, that's what shows up in the society card. Because, or I don't get any rest. I don't get any rest. So, well, or just less rest. Yeah, I'll have to show up somewhere, it seems. So as not to lose or waste my resources. Or I like staying at home. Damn. But I need to work in an open space so people can see me, to be out in public more. You'll get tired, it seems. Well, that's a downside for you. Well, or look for someone who's always hiding. Hiding money, off to the right, sly and cunning, but didn't act wisely. Someone acted without any spirituality then. So, rats, other people, yes, for example. How do they influence you? Well, selfish, the sun. Let's relax, come on. Oh, well, their own. They just want what they want, sly ones. Like, I'm so cool, spend on me. Well, kids can be like that too, either childish or selfish. Men can take it out on you, bosses. I'm above you here. I'm the mother. Yeah. Go ahead and damn it. Everything should revolve around me. This is your land, your conversations. Well, Earth, Mercury, Venus, love. Everything around me, everything around me. Come on, spin, someone can do it, right? Or, if you want everything to revolve around you and for people to see you, then of course you'll have to spend money. So just be careful here. Well, or maybe someone really wants to go somewhere sunny, to be seen there, to see the world, to look around. Just be careful, careful. It doesn't ruin us here. You'll just have to replenish your budget later. So what's the advice for you here? Well, that's it. Think through your strategic plans, Emperor. Well, or just stick with responsible men. If, for example, some man behaves selfishly, well, then he must be giving you stability, earning a lot of money. You live together. He has status. Status. He's your boss, he's your husband, he has status. Or to come up with strategic plans to preserve and even increase your wealth in the future. So, think about some kind of stability then. Everything is here. There are even 3 major arcana. Unwise decisions can, in general, lead to expenses and losses. So, in society, or for relaxation, for beauty, so that, society sees me like this. I mean, blooming, as I say, Edelbees. Yes, I am like this. Well, go ahead and judge me, acknowledge me. Well, for that, it's okay to fuss around. That's why I say, well, it can play out both negatively and positively here. The most important thing is not to forget about wisdom, and to spend some time alone in the evening, to think everything over, or to reflect on some conversations. So, striving for greatness, the path to your goal. That's what we've been talking about for a long time here. This is the house of the mountain. It's your aspiration for greatness. What changes should you expect here? Well, routine work, a broom. Maybe someone will argue, or someone will disagree. But I'll say it again. Don't forget about your goal. Here it is. Changes. Especially if you've started making changes, you'll be able to finish them calmly. Well, maybe you'll have to negotiate, discuss things. You know, sometimes the tongue just runs on, but only with the most important people, personally. Then you'll be able to put an end to it. But where there's just superficial fuss, there's nothing to do there. Don't even talk, because you might get distracted by some nonsense and chatter. So you can work everything out here. That's my advice to you. Stay away from toxicity. Stay away from sharp, heated emotions, where someone is stomping their feet, or there are toxic people, or something else. Toxic places, painful places, where you have to put in so much life energy just to get some kind of result. And still, that house is burning, stability is burning there. We leave from there, even if doubts may arise. We leave such people. Well, you get it, right? In general, there are changes here. Look, a little ship. We're changing our means of transportation, our means of communication. Everything that doesn't maintain stability, we change it. Otherwise, it's toxic. There will be changes for the better. Through communication, through conversations, through short trips. And, by the way, routinely, if you're used to taking responsibility for your words and actions, you, again, the card says, you won't even notice how you do it. So, the choice of opportunities that fate will open up for you in the near future. Prospects for growth, recovery, communication with relatives, growth, development, even on this mountain. Changes here are for the better, in family property, in the family nest, with relatives. Well, they can also happen at a distance, actually, according to, these signs. Well, look, there is growth here, and some subtle changes it seems, yes, but they are happening for expansion. The snake sheds its skin. Women may especially experience some changes. For women, something is changing for the better, much better. Growth and new opportunities are opening up. For girls, if you have daughters, well, in general, there is generally a choice here around health, either to focus on health or to earn money, or to visit your family or focus on yourself? And here is the answer. Don't go toward what destroys you. A home that helps you grow and heals your soul. That's important for your soul. That's where you should go. These changes open up huge opportunities for you, even if just a little. And now, as for losses and destruction, this house of rats is exactly about that, especially when it came up for you in relation to society here. Well, again, or someone will spend money on leisure. So, what is here? What changes? In expenses, in spending, or in rats? Oh, well, expenses mean money. Money, oh gosh, be careful. So, other people will also only be interested in their own benefit. And you might be able to crush some rat using money. Maybe it's better to hire a new specialist after all, or somehow handle some new responsibility in a different way. Ah, in general, expenses. Don't end up with major expenses for new, purchases. Right, yes. Like new for, or on children. You'll really want to take care of a child. Or maybe children. You could end up with major expenses. Well, and people, scammers will try to get you to spend a lot of money. Ah, well, if you invest money, then it's for achieving your goals. Ah, be careful. A large amount could. Or here's an update. Well, for example, you need to earn money. I buy updates for work, to make money. Ah, well, like, I don't know, maybe devices or something else. That could also be a large amount. It might cost that much. That's it. Expenses, well, they don't kill you. But here, the financial expenses are higher. Here again, men can do it too. Let's ask if there are any men. Here you need to hold back, hide like a rock in a new way. They can handle money. There will be some updates here, even for the enemies. To hide in a new way. They won't do it in a new way, although they'll pretend to care in a new way just to get money. There could be new schemes of deception, like hiding behind a mountain, behind a wall, standing your ground.
Подгрызть.
To nibble away at something. Well, taking care of children from a distance might be more expensive. Maybe some transfers will cost more. Well, when it's from a distance. Or caring for an immature person. Or things that concern me. For example, having property at a distance. I don't know, transfers. Or some trips might be more expensive financially. But it doesn't kill you. Let's put it this way, it doesn't kill you, and you make up for it somehow. Just be careful. In general, it's like something is becoming more expensive. And people are also coming up with different ways to sort of get money out of you. Like real strategic plans. Like, it's really for future well-being. By the way, you might end up spending more money on real estate or on stability. To earn more, you might need to renovate your home or even change your job. Oh, by the way, men's income might increase. Subtitles. I'm asking about men. If you have any superiors, people you've given status to, a husband, a son, their income might increase. Wonderful. And if you're planning to make changes to earn more, in line with your strategic plans, in something connected with apartments, real estate, or stability, it looks like some updates will be needed too. And it's like you'll invest money, but it's a very good opportunity for strategic plans. You'll invest a penny, but you'll save $1 million. Let me put it this way. For earning money. Well, it's like you can't do without expenses, girls, because it's necessary to achieve strategic goals. Or to meet some important people to whom you give status. I think as if the money is being spent anyway. Well, like, on some kind of beauty. This is a choice made with the heart. Dangers. Subtitles by Dima Torzak. Anyone who sees you as independent wants to make you dependent. Pay you less, with less financial growth. They want to take something from you to achieve their own goal or solve their own problem. Be careful. Yes. Well, like I said, you won't find a job anywhere. The boss might yell at you. Nobody pays that much these days. Well, or a man might make you dependent on something. Well, for example, so that you stay at home and just fuss around the house. Yes, you have to make some kind of debt claims. By the way, that can happen too. Children too, because even a child showed up here, or immature people. You owe me, you owe me. Some money might be spent. Here, you should listen to your own heart. Don't forget, sometimes we help our children, yes, and we're ready to spend. Well, then we make up for that in the budget later. Well, yes, something can really throw you off track. Or repairs, real estate, by the way, yes. Or investments in real estate. That's how you can go over your budget. Trips away from home, traveling somewhere far, can also throw your budget off. Just make sure this goal is chosen by your heart. Don't follow someone else's lead. Or it will directly affect your health. All right, thank you. There are still valuable opportunities here. To discuss, to talk over. And not to be superficial. Not to make superficial investments. Only investments with a strategic plan. Strategic ones that bring victory in the long run. Not impulsive. Not those hasty, flashy, and all that jazz. And invest in people who are with you for the long term. If it's work, it should be for the long term, not just showing off. And with your loved ones, especially your children, yes, don't allow showing off either. Like, let's go all out. Let's not do it here, but maybe at some hotel. Or let's get a fancy car or something else. Well, no one should be showing off here. What does your heart say? Well, what my heart wants is to be with loved ones, or doing things I love. Maybe some changes, maybe some transformations, how life will turn out, or truly being in love. If you have love. It's just that sometimes romantic love between a man and a woman is confused with attraction. Or with desire. I want there to be a man, and for him to do everything around the house for me. He would give me his salary. Or I want to get married. Sometimes it has nothing to do with love at all. It's just about achieving some goals. Here it's specifically about love. These are people who, we love our children, our parents. We love our friends. Well, we love a lot of things. In general, how things come together in life here. It will attract warm emotions. Well, different ones, let's say. According to the moon, there are different emotions. Emotions of love will grow stronger. I really want that. Men will be strongly attracted to women. Those who don't have enough women in their lives. Look, the moon attracts love to women. Feminine clothing attracts sensuality. Nutrition, for example. If you have a beloved man, here are drinks, nutrition, fluids. Will attract love? Yes. And men who lack, well, in general, your appearance is very feminine in love. It will attract true love. That means that real men will be attracted and will respond. Men will want to be real men. Your emotionality, intuition, and creativity will be there. Love works. It will attract children. Understanding. That's psychology. Yes, the moon is psychology. When I can listen to negative emotions too. Tears and drool. Runny noses in children, in friends. Like a psychologist. The moon, because it's a psychologist. I see the underlying reasons. It will attract. In general, to give birth to a vast sea of motherly love. Motherly, caring, like you as a daughter. This is the card of the mother, symbolizing the birth of something new, like new love, which is what you're experiencing now. For example, if your mom is elderly and you took care of her, that's like giving birth to such a great love. It's the same with women. Yes, even just sitting at home together, having tea, discussing things. But the birth of new love. Girls, if you want to get married or improve your relationship, be feminine. But if it's about men, look, this will speed things up. Speed things up. Yes, that's right. Don't put it off. This will speed up attracting love. Again, yes, you'll get the message from other people. Here he is, this postman Petchkin. Right away. If someone demands that you feed and take care of them, for example, yes. For some non-feminine energies, I'm honestly not sure, like caring for or protecting someone. Oh, well, for example, a man, who should be a man, right? Or an adult son, an adult daughter, who already owes you something, like making you food or something like that. That will speed up your understanding of these negative emotions, that this needs to be resolved. Discuss it, because it's not normal. Maybe it will even speed up the birth of something new, to end this relationship, to put an end to it, so that new relationships can begin, either here, in this relationship, or in new ones. Well, for example, you can't divorce your children, or your mom. Yes, your children, but with friends, for example, or with men, who in general send some kind of messages. Yes, quick ones. This will speed things up. Yes, some negative ones. Then, according to the moon, yes, they can show the dark side of the moon, because the moon is also under the patronage of Hecate. She can lead you into hellish emotions, show you that this person is vile, really vile, downright hellish, only for money, for something else. Yes, like a rat. Well, in general, then either change it or figure it out. Well, start something new, something new. Yes, so that there are new emotions, so there are no negative emotions. Here it is like this. But in general, look, happiness, messages of happiness that fill you up, by the way. Drink more water. You will look beautiful. Drink water. Always say, oh, let's drink some water. Clean water, not dirty. Dirty water, no. Vodka, no clean water. Living water, bright emotions. Bright emotions, light nutrition, light watery food. Well, it's summer now too. I'm doing the reading in summer. Tomorrow will be the solstice. Yes, there's more water there. Your skin will be hydrated. Spray yourself with water. Lie in the water. Keep your emotions light and clear. And share your hidden thoughts. That's how I feel from the word. That's how I feel the message. Don't put it off for later. Well, I need this for happiness. That's how I feel. Not you, you sneaky little thing. I'm not delaying now. But later, I'll smash your face against the dark rocks. Yeah, you're such a bastard. You owe me, yes. No, and then it will be born here. Well, but what if someone says that to you, like, yeah, you're such a creature. You owe me. Or if he's drunk, God forbid, lying in dirty water, drunk, filthy, or toxic, or something else. Here, the moment of purification will speed up. That's the story. Super! The heart will give birth to new creative feelings, creations, improved relationships. Some kind of new life is being created. Let's see what awaits you in marriage, unions, relationships, and contracts. How events will unfold here. Serious contracts. People will consciously sign contracts. You should also sign contracts only consciously and only according to the law. Only officially, in general. Men, well, good ones, with the bright side of the moon. Yes, here they might arrange something official, like, let's sign. Or if it's a husband, then let's do it. We'll officially buy something there. Officially do something. Officially make a payment for real estate, for an apartment. Contracts from official sources. Contracts. So when everything is already settled in your mind, go ahead and sign them. If it's at work, some kind of work contracts, then also make sure it's official, so you don't break any rules and can pay your taxes. If you're getting a job, when you make an agreement with someone, make sure it's with people who pay into the pension fund and pay you according to all the rules, without cheating the government, because otherwise there could be problems. Superficiality and rushing can later bring questions from the government. It could be with hospitals. These are government institutions, some buildings, everything that's connected with the government. Some contracts, maybe you'll get something from the government, from a specialist. Things will become clear, get sorted out. You'll get a passport, I don't know, a visa, documents, a bank. Maybe the bank will give you something. Yes, well, everything seems to be official. Contracts. Oh, marital relationships will be preserved and strengthened when you are officially connected by children. Yes, children you officially have together. Legally registered property, officially, with whom you are officially connected. It's easier to come to an agreement here. Well, you're connected by documents. In general, what is it here? In general, some men, a new love will be born. Yes. Or if they are not yours, then, well, some kind of official relationship will also be born. Unions, relationships, marriages, everything goes through official channels, through purity. And of course, through the proper authorities, if that's the case. State institutions are showing up. And look, to go back to work, you have to recover completely, officially, and get permission from a specialist. Only then, yes, you can start moving around. If you can't move around much, then an official job will be killing you. I'll tell you right away. There might be pointless fuss. It should somehow click in your head. Yes, by the way, some contracts might be terminated, but I said it again, yes. Some, the ones that are deceitful, dishonest contracts will be terminated. Thank you. Useless. Useless with no prospects. For what? So that, well, it fell into the ring house, so that promising opportunities would open up. Oh, what other negativity the government can shut down here. To close some contracts. Well, here the internet is just sitting on the internet. Yes. Some government institutions might close. Things could get more complicated. Well, I don't know. If this only affects you, maybe some contracts or banks. Well, if you have something in the banks, then you need to take care of something official so that nothing gets closed for you. Like trips or something, maybe you need to arrange some kind of agreement. Thank you. A resource, so that nothing gets blocked. A resource. In general, take care of your own resource too. What is protected by law there? Well, you know, in every country, even in banks, for example, resources. Well, for example, if a bank goes bankrupt, then a certain amount is returned. Yes. Or it's somehow insured. Protect your resource, just like that, right here. So, if you don't have the strength to work, first go to an official clinic, get a note, and bring it to your employer. It's officially not allowed. Restore your resource and move on. Continue working. Then it's about recognition. Recognition of you, your resources, your abilities. If you have preserved your resource. Oh, if you are a mother or have some kind of status, your status will be recognized here. But again, if you haven't broken any laws, then unions become stronger. The state protects your resource. Officials protect your resource. Children recognize that you are a mother. Everything is right in your head. I protect you. I protect your resource. Then, later, yes, here too, everything will come to you through official channels. And that's it. Well, here it just goes like this somehow. What new things should you expect? Changes into something new. News. News about your wishes coming true. Some long-term news. News about a trip. news about your talents, news about wishes coming true in general, or, from people far away. Well, that kind of news. Some updates, secrets being revealed, confidential information coming out. I don't know, like in the US, there are these secret UFO files, actually from the stars. Yes, from other stars. And they've already declassified something about aliens, and there's something connected to Russia too. Yes. Some kind of news might come out. But it's fateful, important news. You didn't know about this. It will have a long-term impact. News, well, about some borders opening, about the liberation of the world, the universe. Wow. Some news is being released. Some people's worldviews are being freed, even if it's in a negative way. How the world looks at this, for example, in my country, or in another country, with this open-minded outlook, I can achieve my desire. Where is something open, and where is it closed? Where is it fated to be important for me? Will you be able to fulfill some desire? Or, by the way, around the world, if you have some people, or if there are some foreigners in other countries, you can also get some news from them. And this opens up some opportunities for you far away in the future. That's another thing. Visitors, maybe people who know something about the world. They can bring a new worldview, new perspectives. And also, maybe here, different perspectives on various things will open up. For example, something new, like here, an old person. Well, I mean an elderly person, a teenager, and a child. Yes, so here a child means some news, promising news, some innovations that can help you achieve your goal, that may come and open up opportunities for you. So that's how it is. About official documents, what comes up here, how things will turn out here. That's how it's shaping up. So you will see something here. Here is a wise decision. The sage might be able to give some advice about the official documents. You will uncover some secrets from official sources. Well, this really fits. Yes, it does. Secret sources are revealing some mysteries, and this opens up opportunities for you to achieve your goals. So now, if you have a man, we're going to lay out, well, an important person for you. Let's say a male. Let's put it that way. I'm going to lay out a card for him now to see what he feels towards you. For some, it's a father. For others, it's a boss. And for some, it's a husband. And it's simple. If you don't have anyone like that at all, you don't have to think of anyone. So this is just for those who have someone like that? All right? Someone is worried about you. Well, those worries will go away quickly. Or someone is worried because of you, a man, someone important. Here. Yours, yes. That's what's going on here somehow. Well, there will be worries here, but we're still looking at how events will unfold. Some obstacles, but they will pass rather quickly. Worries? Maybe things won't always go your way, by the way. Yes, but that will also pass quickly. You, in relation to something important. Let's say it's about a man. They're showing you as a woman. Wow, oh my, how beautiful. Beautiful. Well, but the first thing is here. Beautiful. In general, you are beautiful. Your relationship. And here, by the way, a person might lose you. Or he needs to invest more money in you. That's it. So that's it. Love, heart, warmth, beauty in general. Well, if you have a steady man, a stable relationship, just your care, love, and beauty make him constantly think about you, worry about you, and do things for you. So, that's how it is. If you, God forbid, broke up or had a fight, it still makes him think, worry, and look for ways to approach you. The main thing is they're not negative. The main thing is that they're not negative. Some little rats have shown up here to reach an agreement with you and find ways to approach you, possibly spending some money. Or not be a rat. Respect in society. For you, how will your standing in society change? Well, some kind of stability will probably increase. Respect in society. Well, maybe your family members will respect you more. The people who come into your home, love will grow with those people to whom you provide stability. Well, mostly, of course, about the home. There is more respect in the home, in the family. The fourth house of the horoscope, yes, that's where it plays out. As a mother, you'll earn respect, especially from your children. At work, those you support and provide stability for, like a steady income, will respect you too. Steadily, stability, maybe as a doctor treating patients, you provide stability, which leads to respect. You give someone an opportunity to earn. For somebody, you give someone stability. With those you work with for a long time and steadily, respect will grow here. In real estate, maybe it's because of real estate that you get this respect. By the way, there can also be disputes here with people who are destined to be in your life. But still, there's respect. Yes, that you've made a lot of difficult changes so that there would be stability in your life. Well, this is about cleansing, purifying the lily's house. There's cleanliness in the house. That's also something to be respected. Well, it's probably a family thing after all. And at work? Well, maybe you earned something. By the way, at work, maybe you received a bonus that gives you more stability. Oh, by the way, if someone has a live-in job at work, yes, in general, someone might find good accommodation. Well, there will be a lot of routine tasks there. But again, at this job, you can earn enough for real estate. To save real estate, look how much everyone brings here, see? Respect in society. It's like being behind a stone wall with you. If you give your word, you keep it. Something like that, too. What will make you happy? What will bring you joy? Here is the house of the sun. It's right here with you. It's already bringing you some joy. Well, let's look further. This is also called a lucky streak. What will bring you joy here? Independence will bring you joy. Clarify what you wanted. Ah, some loved ones. This is the card of friends. Growth of love. It means that some relatives are becoming more independent. Independent from negativity. Something has changed. To change. This will bring you joy. You'll be able to go somewhere, take a trip as well, because the cat walks by itself. It's wherever you want to go. It's called This Is For You, like, I want to go there. I'll go there. It will bring me joy. Thank you. House of the Moon. Changeability, emotions, nourishment, psychology. Here, something else is connected with money. Subtitles. You'll try something new. You'll learn some news. Trying something new. Well, let's do it. Like this, it will bring a lot of positive emotions. Try something new. Here, a boy is playing with a toy ship, maybe in a new car. Some changes, some updates. It will bring you a lot of joy and positive emotions. With new people, communicating in a new way will bring you a lot of joy. Children will bring you a lot of joy. But those whom you gave birth to, the house of the moon, the house of those whom you gave birth to, heart-to-heart talks, psychological conversations will bring you a lot of joy. Do you see the little ship of change in the sun, the symbol of the sun? Here you can learn all this. Try something new, like some kind of communication or some trips. Communications. Maybe a husband, or new things for the car. Ah, like a child, yes. Something here, like a child. You'll play with something new, that's it. But also,
І
moon, the house of the moon. It also brings negative things. If I act like a child, it clearly won't make me happy. Yes, like a child, being infantile. I don't think about the future. I spent a lot of money on my body, for example. Yes, here it's better. Worrying about money. Here it's for new things. And later, this can also be a big mistake. So, what else is negative? What kind? In what way? Maybe, but like a child. I spend a lot of money. Or I just relax like a child, play with toys. I buy myself expensive toys that can also bring negativity. Well, later on, eventually, it's hard to overcome. Well, overall, there's more positivity. Trying something new, trying a new diet, trying new communication, all of that will bring joy. I don't really see much negativity here. Here you can also try a new way of earning money. Just give it a try. To do something subtitles. Remove the old negativity. Try to stop doing what drains you and causes negative emotions. Then it will bring you joy. In general, first remove what you don't like and replace it with something new. Then it will make you happy. Go out, yes, go out.
Yeah.
Because of negative emotions. Refresh things so that something brings more joy. Then the moon will bring joy. Dimaterzak. Finish. What you don't like. And discover something new and promising. There you go. Well, at first they just say, if you don't like something, finish it. Don't make deals. It's something karmic. Growth will come. Promising growth will come. Try something new, and it will bring you stability. That's how it is. Don't get carried away. With this card, that's not a good idea. So, the key, the important thing. Each of us has something key, something important, something that touches us emotionally. What's here? How will things unfold next? Here. Well, you'll have to hustle a bit. Not everyone will agree with this. You'll have to make some effort, but you'll manage to get what's yours in the end. But it will also be upsetting that not everyone will want to let you get what's yours. But the key is in your hands. This is the house of the key. Use your drive. That's your talent. Entrepreneurship, resourcefulness, money, wealth. So how will things turn out here? Well, I have expenses here. There are still some expenses coming up, no matter what you do. Money. Well, men in official positions will help, I'm telling you right away. That's who you have purely official relationships with. And even give money for beauty. Or, if the boss is official, where everything is officially documented, he will also help with money. Where you take responsibility and don't deceive the government. A legitimate specialist. A legitimate specialist is a person who is also recognized by the government, and you will receive money, financial resources. If you are legally entitled, the money will come. Here, the continuation. Okay. According to the law, you have the right and will receive the money. And don't treat anything superficially. Yes, claim it if you're legally entitled to it. Clarify things with specialists. In general, make something official, some kind of formality. Money. Well, then you'll be the boss, right? The one in power. Then everyone here will recognize you. Everyone will give you things if you have money here. That's it. Work, or wherever your thoughts are anchored. How things will turn out here, the circumstances in the near future. You have a choice to make, a choice to fulfill your dream. Well, that's a good card. Just pause and think. What are you already thinking about? Just pause and think. The cards are interesting somehow, so you're thinking about it anyway. Or maybe it's about work, because the anchor means work. Maybe, think about it. You have a lot of choices where you can make your dream come true. Apply your talents. And if you're thinking, let's say, about someone far away, well, why not stop and think about it then? There are many choices. You experience some genuine emotions. Only this will give you the opportunity to make a choice and to keep it. And to make it official. To preserve your energy. Only if you love yourself and love your own resources, and you don't waste them on people who, from a distance, don't love you, I don't know, or show off or something else. The choice of how to protect your energy depends only on you. How much you love yourself and your energy. And then higher powers will help open even the hardest paths for you. That is, there is a way out of love triangles, out of difficult circumstances. Nothing is impossible for higher powers. Only you can limit yourself if you don't love yourself. There you go. And what's fateful? What's meant for you right now? Or how will your fate change? You can ask that too. Because how will life turn out? Society will change, and your resources will change. Your downtime will change too. Work, and your downtime will change too. Work. Society as a whole will change. There will be fateful changes in society, so it's not just you. Overall, there will be very important, fateful changes in society, specifically with resources and with work. People will be changing society, moving, traveling. Maybe it will be the opposite, like people will be deported somewhere. Resources will be flowing. Something will change with resources. Well, what resources do we have in our society, in the world at large? Maybe something there with the straight, yes, was connected with gas, with oil. And this will also affect your resources. It will affect people. It will affect society in general. Rest and work. People will draw out their own resources and look at what they have. Resources, and this will affect you. That is, people who will lose their resources and fall into fears. And for example, God forbid they are your employers or employees. They may start to deceive and manipulate in order to cover up their fears. On the other hand, there are resourceful, calm people you can trust and relax with. They will share their resources. Resources. Who do you serve as a resource for, or who have you been a resource for? For example, an important woman, a mother, a specialist. People will find the resources to help you. Resources like time, money, or setting the table. To let you rest. But it all depends on the resources. Who were you? There's already some kind of shift happening. It's a fateful one for the whole society. Society can really change. Entire groups of people can change. For example, suddenly, someone who used to think you were wrong or argued with you realizes that you are actually a very resourceful person, and they're ready to lay everything out for you, just like that, and say, here you go, relax. Because I value and respect you, you should rest. Work can wait. I'll do everything for you. I don't know, yes. And maybe someone used to say before, yes, you're great. And then suddenly they said, actually, no way. Fateful changes in society. Well, maybe someone will just really swap one social circle for another. They'll leave home and go somewhere else. Or someone from another social circle will come to you. Well, then some key person from the past whom you rarely see, you know? Boom, they could show up here. Okay, now. Well, here then. It's like luck is really coming your way. All right, a knight's move. Well, old man. A knight's move. Expect changes. Life-changing ones. In society. In general, something will change for you here in this important social circle. You will learn some secrets. Key moments. People will share their past. Yes, some achievements. From the past, look, about your changes that you didn't know about. Here, stagnation is really going away. Something is starting to work, to change. Changes, for example, before I used to toil, now I will work. Or, for example, I was resting, now I will work. Well, changes in society. I mean, I was sitting at home, then I went to work, so there are some changes. Things are moving in an easier direction, through friends, through friendly people, with whom you share, who are happy to see you. In general, it's great. Proactive people. Your initiative opens up opportunities for your wishes to come true. But a society that doesn't want to change will hide things and manipulate. And here, you need to sit down, think, and uncover the secrets. The secrets of those people who want to use you, and change that for a harmonious exchange of energy. In general, that's the story here. It's fateful. Changes in society. The cards say that you will find people who value and love you, and later on, you'll be able to rest more. Or specialists who understand you. Basically, what you've invested in. Some changes are happening. So, well, in other words, it's about taking a different path. You'll be able to complete something by taking a different path. They're just showing a new path. That's it. From society to become a winner. That's the story. That's the story here. And I thank you for being here today. Thank you.